Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name's Brian. This is the Hog Barn here at HogShooter Hot Rods, and we're working on the old 35 Chevy. And you can see, you go back and watch previous videos of this car on the channel. The last one left off, we were getting everything sealed up, masked up, and to the point of being ready to spray some material on it. So we'll walk around real quick. You can kind of see she's all covered up. I do have a few places I got to go back and tape some paper down because I don't want that flapping everywhere. But yeah, here we are. We've made it to the day. It's the most exciting part. Everybody says it's the fun part. It is kind of fun, but like the rest of doing paint and body work, it is work. So we're gonna get this stuff cleaned up, fixed up, taped up, and first step is going to be to blow this off, blow the shop out, and then we'll wax and grease this thing so that we can get her clean for spraying. I'll bring you back in as we're tacking it off. Alright guys, so product check of the day here. We're just finished up wiping this down with SX330. This is our wax and grease remover. I have it in a little pump up spray bottle. You know, you can dump it right out of the can on a rag, wipe it on wet, and then wipe it back off while it's still wet. That way you're picking up any contamination that's on the surface. Our sealer we're going to use is PPG's DP50. It's yeah, non-sanding. It says it'll sand, but it doesn't sand good, that's for sure. 401 catalyst. This is their slow catalyst for it. So once we mix it at 2 parts primer, 1 part hardener, we need to let that set for 20 minutes minimum before we start spraying. And it's good for 8 hours after we mix it. And then we did reduce it with some DT895. This is like slow evaporating, very slow. It's for 95-degree weather. It is in the upper 80s, lower 90s out here, but my airflow is not that great. So we're going to go with slow. We're not in a hurry. Remember, this is supposed to be the fun part. So let's slow down and enjoy what we're doing here, because this thing has been a lot of work to get it to this point. A lot of work, and no matter what happens painting this, we can fix it. Okay, so we're going to make it look as good as we can. It's going to take me a couple of days to do it because I've got to run and do something tomorrow. It's already a little after 7 o'clock tonight. I'm just going to try to get the epoxy sprayed on it, and then I may come out about 10 and spray the red so that we can put a stripe on it early in the morning. Well, what do you guys think? There's a few more clouds, so it doesn't have the rays shining up over the horizon back this way as much, but still a really pretty sunset. I think I said this in the last video. Take time out, enjoy some of these.
Seems like the way to live. Said I should be a big shot. Said I should do TikTok. Seems like the way to live. Said I should be a big shot. Said I should do TikTok. I got around. I'm feeling so good. In me, I know it, but I'm misunderstood. I'm feeling like that. Well, they say it's a lie, but I gotta tell ya, gotta live and let die. I gotta rest, 'cause I've done all I could, and nothing to reach, and I don't feel like I should. I'm feeling like that. Well, they say it's a lie, but I gotta tell ya, gotta live and let die. Said I should be a big shot. 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 Said I should.
All right, so we always end up with a few dirt nibs and stuff, especially, I mean, we're painting with the door open with a Walmart oscillating fan. We're high tech here at the hog barn tonight. I did get one little old mascot in up here, and he seems to not be doing well after being in the primer, but he's off now. We're gonna let this flash off for a good bit. Like, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half. We're not in a hurry. Then we'll mix this up some red base coat and we'll just spray it wild down under the body line so we can let that dry for another hour, maybe more. And then we can put tape on it. You can't tape it off immediately after you spray it, obviously, because it's wet. And this is epoxy sealer, so it stays wet for a long time. So extended dry time is so we can enjoy it. So next step, it's been about an hour. You can maybe see outside. It's darker than dark, almost 10 o'clock. Doors open. I did turn the lights off and left the fan running in here. And now we have the fan back on. There we go. There's our red we're going to spray to, to get our stripe on there, because we're going patriotic, right? Red, white, and blue on this puppy. Not wanting to waste anything, we'll just use the back half of this stir stick to stir that up. And then this is just PPG's standard like Deltron base coat, so it mixes 1 part paint to 1 part reducer. And got the handy dandy mixing eye there. That's probably like 40 times as much as I need, because I forgot I'm just painting a little bitty stripe. Dang it. So do that, add our same reducer into there, So $8.95. And all right, that ought to get us there. Now we'll go 3 coats. 2 will get it covered. The last coat, we call it just our insurance coat, so we know we got it good. All right, so we got our red sprayed. We got our fine line all the way around here, or vinyl masking tape. I don't really like using the crepe paper stuff because it absorbs the base coat in it. This tape, if you stretch it, it comes off. So you got a couple of different issues that you have to decide which ones are the ones you want to, what battles do you want to fight. And have a few bugs got in here. This section of the car is going to be white, so we'll take care of that once we get our blue sprayed, which that is coming up next on the list. Yeah, we just got to go over it with a tack rag and tack it off really, really good. I was going to spray this last night. I had it masked off where I could have, but there were a lot of bugs, and any little bug you get in, it amounts to, 3 to 5 minutes of sanding. So we don't want to do that. We want to just keep moving forward with as little sanding as we have to do. Alright guys, so it's obvious we got it masked off now. I got the blue on the roof and everything, all taped. I just pretty much used plastic, but you know, you got a straight line on this side, the plastic's really wide, so I just tucked it up into masking paper on the other side. I did come back and I hit this with a little dry sandpaper just because of the overspray, and you know, if you run over it with a little sandpaper, you can take care of any dirt nibs or anything you got going on. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I've got white paint mixed up and we're getting ready to start spraying that. It is dark outside, so I'm gonna let the bugs tell me when to quit. I'm gonna spray the white for sure, but I may wait and then come out first thing in the morning and hit this puppy with a couple coats of clear. So let's get to paint. All right, man, she's looking pretty nice. Kind of hard to tell, but there's like a bug there, a bug there, a bug there, a little bug there. All of them right there. One down here, one trying to get in, another small one. Just trying to evaluate, do I want to keep going or do I want to stop and let it dry? I hate to leave this all masked up, but I know that white is a pain, and if it gets bugs in it, they're going to leave marks when we take them out. So, I don't know. It's drying pretty fast because it's still like Oklahoma thinks it's summer. This is the other thing. If you mask off with plastic, see how nice and flexible that is today? See how it started to pull off there? Tomorrow, the air pressure hits that and it blows paint flakes everywhere in your shop. So, not necessarily a good deal. I think I've got... if they just wouldn't get in it, I wouldn't worry, but they're not really stuck bad. If it was clear coat, it would absolutely be out of the question, but base coat dries really quick, so that helps us out a little bit, I believe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's under the... All right, here we are the next day, and early. So I looked at these spots down here where my tag pocket is, and I didn't really body work those, just those two corners. So I came in, I cleaned it all up good, and I seam sealed them. So that'll kind of make that look better. There's a couple of bugs that I need to go back and touch up where they're at. Of course, they're always in the white. So there's one here. There's another one. I think it's on the other side. I'm going to take care of that. You saw how I had this taped. Maybe I showed it. I taped off my stripe, but then I taped up this jam. And that overspray from your paint, it will blow in there and go up. And it's just crazy how far it'll go. And it pops out in various places. Like back here on this rear door. Hopefully that shows up in the camera, but there's overspray all the way up here. And you know, we were spraying color way down here. There's a little bit there. And I mean, I say overspray, it's really just dust. It wipes right off. We'll use a tack rag and tack that whole thing before we clear it. But first, we're gonna get some white in the gun. I'm gonna spray a little bit in these areas that I need to touch up on. I gotta find the third one. And then, yeah, a little flash time. Flash time's dry time in between coats. And then, yeah, we're going to spray this thing down with a few coats of some good urethane clear and get her sealed up before it sits too long. All right, so we're getting ready to spray our clear. Got to tack stuff off, but I just wanted to show you, like we're using Global D894. It's made by PPG. It's a 3-to-1 mix clear, so it's 3 parts of the clear. You throw in 1 part of your 884. You can use 897 if you have a bake booth. It works really, really good. High solids hardener. And then we're going to run the same hot temp reducer in here because it's pretty warm today. I mix up as much as I can and stir it up good. And then I'm going to let that sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, or while I tack the car off, before I put it into a cup and start spraying it, and give the chemicals plenty of time to combine with one another. Then we finished all of our basing like 10:30 or so last night on the car. So we need to go ahead and get this thing clear coated today so that the base will accept the clear. It'll bond good. Everybody has seen clear peel off cars. Sometimes it's from not enough clear. It could be incompatible products or waiting too long in between putting the last coat of base on before you put your first coat of clear on. So we are going to use a pretty expensive gun. I mean, but it's one that I really like. It's a SATA 4000 RP style gun. It has a 1.3 needle and fluid tip on it. This is, I hear all kinds of comments about Harbor Freight and all that. This gun is nothing like spraying with a Harbor Freight gun. We can actually get material on here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop yapping, get some stuff in the gun. I'm going to leave y'all on a tripod because I am going to wear my Papper unit because this stuff is isocyanate loaded. That's why I've got my paint suit on. I'm wearing shorts. I don't want to become a piece of human flypaper. So got myself kind of protected up. Going to finish that and get her sprayed. Well, all right. There we go, man. Check this thing out. It is shiny, shiny now. Looking nice all around it. It is a day later, so we can take and we can kick this back door open. And you can see it kind of come alive. So, definitely looks cool. Next part, one of you all's favorite, doing all the sanding and buffing. So I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down there. Hey, and subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you guys on the next video.